And today, Lou Macari has decided to switch loan signing Ian Muir to a midfield position for tomorrow night's Freight Rover match against Torquay. Well, Macari admitted today that Muir had 2 dreadful games, but he hopes that he's going to repay his support with a good performance at the county ground tomorrow.
With 5 consecutive home wins behind them, Swindon were reinforced by new signing Ian Muir. He's on a month's loan from Brighton with a view of a £12,000 transfer. Mark Dempsey, on loan from Manchester United, joined manager Macari in midfield. But it was Mansfield who had the first chance of the match. Swindon, not clearing their lines adequately, gave the visitors dangerous possession. But the final effort by Neil Watmore simply not good enough to beat Endersby. Macari, who's just completed a total of 100 goals in English soccer, almost made it 101. But Kevin Hitchcock saved brilliantly. The woodwork robbed Swindon in their next raid. Peter Coyne, another former Old Trafford player, now at Swindon, crossed, and Colin Gordon hit the upright. Then Andy Rowland hooked the rebound just over the bar. Mansfield, with one of the best 2 defensive records in the whole of the Football League, relied on quick breaks. This one ended with Mick Vinter hitting the Swindon bar. In the second half, Endersby kept Swindon in the game with a flying save from George Foster's free kick. A little help there from the upright. A Mansfield corner almost cost Macari an own goal. Dempsey, the man on the line at the far post, saving the manager's blushes. And with barely 4 minutes left, Chris Ramsey and Gary Nelson began the move which brought Swindon their goal. Nelson was out on the right and he crossed and found the head brilliantly of Coyne to score and make it their 6th successive home win. But even allowing for Mansfield defensive tactics, it was hardly a performance to give the Swindon fans confidence. Here's Bobby Gord.
Well, in all 46 games you can't play well all the time, but in the end the result came right for Swindon, didn't it? 86 minutes, good goal from the boy Peter Coyne.
Yeah, a lot of the crowd, 2,600, came along wanting to see the new player, Ian Muir, on offer for £12,000. We saw him for just over an hour. Would you pay £12,000 for him on today's evidence? Very disappointing today. He didn't contribute a lot, just one shot in the first half that hit the sign at the back of the goal, but not a very good performance. So I should imagine Lou would be disappointed with the boy's performance, and he didn't play well at Chester the other evening as well. It's difficult to carp with a side that has won their last 6 home games, but on today's evidence, where do you see Swindon's problems lying? I felt in midfield he had much of a likeness with Lou Macari in there alongside the boy Dempsey from Manchester United, and I felt they needed a bit of up and under at them. But that's a personal opinion, and you come here to try and be constructive as well. But at the end of the day, as I said, the result went right for Swindon. Well, what are the plus signs on today's games? I was very impressed with the boy Scott Endersby in the goal for Swindon. He made a very, very good save from George Foster's free kick. Well taken free kick, hit hard and low, and it went down to Enderby's right hand. And he's a left-handed keeper, so I put that as a very, very good save. Thought the back 4 did rather well, and I owe an apology to Andy Rowland as well, the ex-centre forward now playing in the back 4, who I thought gave a very, very good performance alongside the centre half. Yeah, on one occasion, indeed, Andy Rowland almost scored. He followed up when Colin Gordon hit the post in the first half. Yes, there was a build-up on the right-hand side from a free kick that Ramsey crossed, and we saw Gordon, the young boy, hitting the post, and there was Andy Rowland in his usual place in the 6-yard box trying to score this time, but unfortunately it went over the crossbar for him. Well, Lou Macari, of course, has just scored his 100th goal in the English game. We saw him getting into the opposition penalty box this afternoon. Yes, he got in there twice. A couple of headers, one in the first half and one in the second half. Vintage Lou Macari. Under the circumstances of player-manager, as I said a few weeks ago, difficult role, but Lou adapted himself very, very well today, and I'm sure he'll be sitting in the bath now, very pleased with the result. Finally, Bobby, if you were manager of Swindon Town, how would you view the prospects with almost half the season still left? With the turmoil that Lou Macari came into at Swindon, I appreciate what he has done. He has put them into the top 10. They're on 38 points. They haven't played well today, as we've already said, but they've got the result. And if you look at Liverpool over a 42-game series in the season, they don't always play well, but they win. And the art of being a manager is to win. And Lou Macari at the moment is winning.